Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. And well, today I have a lot to talk about. And first is this drop right here. What do you know? Whatever I said that will happen actually happened. And yeah, we invalidated the 1-2 setup. And it still looks like we will get some kind of double bottom. Now, maybe we will actually bounce right here. Maybe we will get some kind of, 5-wave move to the upside to form a third wave move to the upside. However, if we do not hold support levels at 61.2 cents, then we will most likely drop below that level. And I mean, the last support zone is at 56.4 cents, but if we, get to this level, we might as well get another double bottom. And, I've been talking about this scenario for a very long time now, for the past couple of weeks. We got rejected by the bull market support band, and I did tell you that I am short-term bearish, and I mean, some people did not like that because they do not like, when the coin is going down, but this is actually okay because at the end of the day, I'm still expecting Cardano to do just fine in the next couple of weeks and months because, I mean, Cardano always does fine at the end of the day, and even if we get a double bottom, it's going to be okay. Right now, if you look at the 4-hour chart, we are currently extremely oversold. We are at an RSI of about 18, and the RSI has not been this low since we were right here at 50 cents. So I don't know if we will actually get to the 0.618 support level again. Maybe we will not, and maybe we will bounce right here. And if we do, the next target would be, the third wave right here, and that is above the bull market support band. And also for the third wave right here, we would need to go to about $1.06. And of course, this needs to be a 5-wave move to the upside, and then we will need a 4th wave move down and a 5th wave move up. And once we complete these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the second wave right here is in, and that we are heading in a main third wave move to the upside. Well, the main third wave of the third wave. And I've been talking about this chart for a very long time now, and I've been right every single time so far. So yeah, this move to the downside is actually okay, and I'm still looking forward to see what Cardano does in the next couple of days and even weeks. Now, if you look at the daily chart is not oversold, at least not right now, which means that it could go lower, so we can actually get to the oversold territory here. And once we get to that level, I think we will actually bounce. As you can see down here, we also got to the oversold territory like 3 times during this move to the downside. And yeah, after we got to the oversold territory for the 3rd time, we actually bounced. Well, we bounced a couple of weeks after that, but still, I mean, this was, sideways price action because we were below the bull market support band. Right now, if we get a pump, we should get above the bull market support band. And I mean, things are still looking extremely good. If you have been watching my videos for the past few weeks, like I said, you would already know that something like this is going to happen. And yeah, this should not scare you. Even if we get like a low that is below 50 cents, that's still going to be okay, as long as we stay above the support zone right here. And this is the 0.786 support zone. So we could even drop to like 38 cents and it would be fine. Now, why did this drop happen? Well, it happened because of Bitcoin, and I warned you about this as well. As you can see, Bitcoin just invalidated the 1-2 setup right here. Let me get rid of the support zone now, and we just put in a new low in the 4th wave, and I did tell you that it is a possibility that we do this, and what do you know, we are doing it right now, and maybe we will get another low right here, but this is an ABC structure, so the low could be in. We also got below the bull market support band, which I said that it's possible to test the bull market support band, and as you can see right now, we are trying to bounce off the bull market support band. We'll see if this actually happens or if we actually get below it. If we stay below it, it's likely we get a much bigger correction, which could put Bitcoin at like $75,000. However, I do not really see that happening right now because we are oversold on the daily chart, and I shared this on my Discord server. I said, extremely important, Bitcoin is oversold on the daily chart. Last time it was oversold on the daily, it was at $49,000. Now it's at $89,000. This could be huge, and let me show you this. So, like I said, the last time we were oversold was literally down here, and look at what happened after that. We had a very nice pump, and of course we went down after that, but we never really got below the blow right here. And yeah, we went from like $49,000 all the way up to like $100,000 from, let's say, August to about December, and then we had this move down. And keep in mind, I'm still expecting a 5th wave at some point. Also, let me get rid of this right here because the 1-2 setup got invalidated. And yeah, the 5th wave right here is expected to get somewhere between $130,000 and maybe even $150,000, and this should be, done by the end of May. I've already talked about why. And Bitcoin is still looking very, very well. Now, as you can see, we got below this right here. So, I mean, we had a few touch points and we got below it when we tested it for the fourth time. So I think it's time to get rid of it right now. And we'll see if we get another low or not. I don't think we will because we got to the oversold territory. But you have to keep in mind we could get, another low in the short term and get to like $85,000 or so, maybe even $82,000 to test the support zone right here before we get any type of bounce. And these corrections are actually very normal. I talked about this many times in my previous videos. And if you look at what happened in 2017, the bull market support band was tested multiple times, and these were very big drops. These were 30% drops, and we ended up being fine in the long term. So we bounced every single time. We even got below it right here, as you can see, and then we tested it for some time, and then we got new all-time highs. So I think the exact same thing will happen in this cycle, and I don't think this cycle is any different. No matter what, anyone has to say about this, I think it's pretty much the exact same cycle as the 2013 cycle, and as the 2017 cycle, and as the 2021 cycle. Nothing has changed. I mean, Bitcoin is still in an uptrend. It's still above the bull market support band, currently at least. And even if we go below the bull market support band and we stay there, I mean, we could even stay there for like a month and that would still be fine, because at the end of the day, I'm expecting the altcoin season to start at the end of March and not the end of February. However, there is a chance right now that we actually started at the end of February, like we did in the 2017 cycle, because the prices are actually very low and everything is oversold. And whenever everything is oversold, that's when we usually get a huge bounce. I mean, take this for example. Here we were oversold multiple times, everybody was starting to give up, everybody was fearful, and then all of a sudden we had a huge bounce. This was a 300% move to the upside, and yeah, things, I mean, after that, of course, they went downhill because, people FOMO'd in. And if you bought up here and you are now wondering what to do with your life, well, maybe you should not FOMO in next time, and maybe take this as some type of learning experience and, learn that you should buy the dips rather than trying to, buy the top like many people do. And speaking of buying the top, I mean, many people did that in the previous cycle, and I mean, they did not learn from their mistakes. Now, of course, if you bought this up here, I mean, you are still like in a big loss, like a 50% loss if you bought exactly the top. However, I still think you will be fine in the long term if you did not already sell your coins. If you sold your coins, well, congratulations, you lost a lot of money. But if you did not and you still have your coins, I'm not expecting the one to set up right here to get invalidated, which means that the next target is at around $2.98. And like I said, I'm expecting Cardano to be at all-time highs by the end of May. I've already talked about this multiple times, but this video is probably going to get more views than usual, so let me repeat what I said in my previous couple of videos so you understand what's happening. From this all-time high to this all-time high on the Cardano chart, it took about 1,337 days. Now, if we do the exact same thing in this cycle, this could mean that the all-time high in this cycle will be in April or actually May of 2025, and this would make sense because I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to start dropping at the end of March and for it to, go down until the end of May. And if that happens, then of course Cardano will do something like this, and during that time it will be able to get to new all-time highs. And I don't know if we will get a double top like we did in the previous cycle. We'll see if that happens or not. If it does not happen, I mean, Cardano could get to like $6 by the end of May and then go straight into the bear market. Of course, it will most likely form some kind of A, B, C structure. And I mean, there is a chance for that B wave to be, an overshooting B wave that goes above the previous high right here. But I don't know if that will happen or not. I mean, I don't know if we will actually break below this high right here. But in the long term, it's still going to be fine. Well, actually not in the long term, I mean in the short term, because in the long term, I mean Cardano will still have a bear market after this move, and after it completes like 5 waves up, it's still going to go down like 90% in the bear market. That's what usually happens. I mean, here it went down like 99%, and I believe in this cycle we went down like 92%. So even if we get to like $8, it's still going to drop below $1 again, in my opinion. And yeah, things are going to be fine, but like I said, you have to be patient, and I did tell you about this scenario multiple times already. We are in a similar looking structure to the one we were in right here. And yeah, here we were in an uptrend for many months. We tested the trend line multiple times. We got rejected multiple times. Now, from a 4-year cycle point of view, I mean, 4 years ago, we were exactly up here. However, you have to keep in mind right now we are still in QT. We are not in QE. Bitcoin dominance is still going higher. It did even, break its previous all-time high right here. But after that happens, we should still get a move to the downside, and that move will most likely happen by the end of March, because in the previous cycle, for example, that move actually started at the end of March, and in the 2017 cycle, it started at the end of February. So, if we actually want to do what we did in 2017, Bitcoin dominance has to start dropping like crazy in the next couple of days. If that does not happen, it will most likely mean that the entire market will either go sideways or down for a couple of weeks until we actually get, QE, or maybe we don't get QE. I mean, even if we do not get QE, you have to keep in mind in the 2017 cycle, we were in QT the whole time. Bitcoin dominance did this, so I still think that it's going to drop no matter what. You just don't know when exactly, but you know that at some point it will happen, and I think that that moment will be very soon. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.